Imagine whispering secrets over coffee, the kind that make your eyes widen and your mind race. What if the guy hurtling through space at 17,000 miles an hour wasn't born a hero, but clawed his way out of nightmares to touch the stars? Jonny Kim's story isn't some polished legend. It's raw, relentless proof that the universe bends for those who refuse to break. Strap in, because we're unraveling the layers of a man who turned terror into triumph, one impossible step at a time. Picture a kid in sunny Los Angeles, mid-80s, hiding under the weight of unspoken storms. Jonny grew up in a home where love twisted into something sharper, his father's battles with the bottle casting long shadows that no child should know. He was that wide-eyed boy, heart pounding at every raised voice, learning early that survival meant silence and steeling your spine against the chaos. Nights blurred into days of quiet dread, the kind that etches lines on a soul before it even knows what hope feels like. But here's the spark that flickers through the dark. Jonny didn't let it define him. He channeled that fear into fuel, vowing silently to build a life where no one else trembled like he did. It was a promise to himself, fragile yet fierce, setting the stage for a breakout that would echo across battlefields and beyond. And when high school ended, that vow pulled him toward the Navy, where boys like him became something unbreakable. The desert sands of Iraq didn't care about your backstory. They just tested if you'd shatter. At 18, fresh from SEAL training's hellish grind, Jonny plunged into the fray as a combat medic with Team 3. Over 100 ops, he was the shadow stitching wounds under fire, the sniper's steady eye, the point man slicing through uncertainty. Bullets whined like angry ghosts, and he earned stripes that gleam in history books. Silver Star for dragging a fallen brother through hellfire. Bronze Star for valor that turned the tide. But glory's edge cuts deep. Those terrible moments he hints at, they weren't abstract. They were brothers gone too soon. Echoes of laughter silenced in the dust. Jonny carried their weight, medics' hands trembling not from fear, but from the ache of what medicine couldn't fix in time. It wore him thin, that relentless grind, leaving him hollowed out and questioning if the fight was stealing his light. Whispers from the platoon lingered. Was this the path to peace, or just another cage? Yet in the quiet aftermath, a new fire kindled, not destruction, but mending on a grander scale. Medicine called, not as escape, but as redemption, pulling him from the front lines toward white coats and healing halls. Harvard's hallowed grounds in 2012 weren't kind to imposters, but Jonny walked them like he owned the shadows. Fresh off his math degree from San Diego, he dove into med school with a secret locked tight. No one knew the SEAL who once dodged IEDs now dissected cadavers by day and wrestled doubts by night. He hid it deliberately, erasing the ink and scars because proving himself meant standing raw as the doctor, not the warrior. 4 years blurred into a frenzy of lectures, labs, and late-night vows to honor those lost in the sand. Mark, Ryan, the names etched in his resolve to serve bigger. By 2016, MD in hand, he stepped into emergency residency at Mass General, triaging chaos with the calm of someone who'd stared down worse. Patients saw a steady gaze, colleagues a reliable force. The battlefield stayed buried, a deliberate choice to let skill scream louder than stories. But even there, the pull grew stronger. Stargazing between shifts, he'd ponder the void above, wondering if healing could stretch beyond Earth's pull. That curiosity wasn't whimsy. It was the next thread in a tapestry no one else could see, tugging him toward an agency that turned dreamers into orbiters. What if the stars held the ultimate clinic?
Beating 18,000 hopefuls in 2017 felt like defying gravity before launch day. NASA's call wasn't luck, it was Jonny's mosaic of grit. SEAL precision, Doc's empathy, aviator's wings colliding at the perfect storm. Group 22's pin on his chest marked him as the first Korean American in the Corps, a quiet milestone amid the roar of T-38 jets and zero-G sims. Training chewed through the week. Survival dives in Panama's depths, Russian language drills echoing Cold War ghosts, endless hours in mock ISS modules where teamwork meant life or vacuum. Jonny thrived in the margins, his medic touch smoothing crew frictions, his math brain decoding orbital puzzles. By 2020, Artemis Team 1 badge in pocket, whispers swirled. This guy's physician edge could redefine deep space docks. But selections high, it masked deeper bets. Could a kid from fractured roots command the cosmos? Fast forward to Baikonur's chill in April 2025. Soyuz MS-27 strapped tight, Ryzhikov at the helm, Zubritsky steady beside. Liftoff shook the Kazakh steppe, hurtling Jonny into the black with Russians he'd trained to trust amid earthly headlines of strained alliances. Up there, 250 miles high, the real odyssey ignited. Not just science, but souls sinking in the silence. Zero gravity turns strangers into family faster than you think, especially when your home's a tin can whipping around Earth every 90 minutes. Jonny's 8 months on the ISS weren't postcard views, they were a pressure cooker of precision. As U.S. segment lead, he orchestrated 200+ experiments. Crystals growing weird in weightlessness, flames flickering blue without up or down, blood samples hinting at muscle mysteries for Mars-bound kin. Ryzhikov and Zubritsky, their spacewalks patched the station's skin twice, while Jonny floated support, bridging languages and legacies. Amid it, crew bonds bloomed, weekend huddles scrawling grace and love on walls, a mantra Jonny championed from his scars. But rumors bubbled below decks. Fans online speculated his physician edge sparked off off-books trials, like microgravity sutures that heal wounds in half the time, reports claiming NASA hushed it for patents. Unverified buzz, sure, but it fueled the fire. Was Jonny quietly rewriting survival for the stars? Tension simmered too, with ground control feeds crackling over US-Russia strains. Yet up there, handshakes sealed pacts no diplomat could. Those orbits, 3,920 of them, 104 million miles, wove a tapestry of trust, but home tugged harder as November's relief crew docked. Soyuz MS-28's arrival meant farewells loomed, and what came next? A fiery kiss with atmosphere that no sim fully preps you for.
Re-entry isn't a gentle slide, it's a dragon's roar. Plasma sheathing the capsule in 2,500-degree fury. December 9, 2025, 8:41 p.m. ET. Undock from the ISS, a slow ballet 262 miles over Mongolia. Jonny, strapped right of Commander Ryzhikov, felt the nudge as braking rockets thundered 4 minutes later, slashing speed from orbital sprint to atmospheric dive. G-forces crushed like an invisible fist, peaking at 4 Gs while heat shields glowed cherry red. Jonny's ear-clearing snag mid-descent? A human glitch in the machine. Pressure popping like champagne corks gone wrong, but nothing to derail the dance. Parachute bloom at 12:03 a.m. EST. Touchdown on Kazakhstan's frozen steppe. Tip over and all. The module kissing dirt southeast of Jeskazgan. Recovery teams swarmed through sub-zero bite, hatch popping to reveal 3 winded warriors. Jonny emerged grinning, recliner-bound in tradition, as Russians gifted a Matryoshka doll, his face on the outer shell, nested surprises within. Med tent checks cleared the all good. Chopper whisked him toward Houston, Ryzhikov and Zubritsky to Star City's arms. That moment, gravity reclaiming bones gone soft hit like a revelation. 8 months of ethereal float crashed back to the tangible. But the real jolt? stepping into sunlight, doll in hand, knowing the void had reshaped him forever. From seal sands to stellar voids, Jonny's arc whispers of horizons yet uncharted. Artemis beckons, that lunar return NASA's betting big on. Team 1's physician aviator, primed for boots on regolith by decade's end. Speculation swirls in forums. Reports claim his ISS data fast-tracks space dock kits for moon outposts. Fans guessing he's the glue for multinational crews amid Artemis's global roster. Unconfirmed, of course, but it fits the man who vowed to fallen friends a legacy of light. Father to 3, he carries their drawings like talismans, blending warrior's edge with healer's heart. In change of command words, he nailed it. Not smarts or stars, but love, the grace we extend in orbit's isolation. It's what glued Soyuz skeptics into a unit, what turns personal hells into public pushes. Jonny's not chasing glory. He's proving the scared kid's promise holds, that bonds outlast black holes. So, as Jonny's jet arcs homeward, doll tucked safe, ponder this. In a world fracturing at the seams, what if the real frontier isn't Mars or Moon, but the love we launch into each other's lives? His tale doesn't end at touchdown, it ignites yours. What shadow will you turn to starlight? Stick around, the cosmos has more secrets, and stories like Jonny's remind us we're all just one bold undock from the infinite.